All right, you guys, welcome back. So today we're hopefully going to be firing the car. If you saw last week's episode, you realized we didn't fire it. And that was because these stupid little O-ring injectors, well, I ordered those from Honda. They are here. We're going to go ahead and put those on the injectors today. But so we got to do a couple other things first. We need to go ahead and bolt everything back up underneath the car, meaning that we need to put the axles back in the transmission, put the fluid in, put this thing back on the ground, and then hopefully start it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be tackling are these axle seals. Actually, you have to go pick these up from Honda, and they had to be special ordered. That's why I had to wait to get all this back together. But so they ordered these in. I actually got the seals from like Advance, you know, like the local auto parts store, and those didn't work. Now they're much cheaper. They were like a $30 difference between these and those. But just so you guys know, I tried getting those and they did not fit. All right, so we got the passenger side one here. It is a little bit bigger than the driver's side. I'm gonna use this 32 millimeter impact socket here and just kind of put it on here and then tap it into place lightly. So I actually just went and oiled up the outside of this. If you'll come on in here, try and see the hole where it was. I'm just gonna pop that guy. The passenger side is in. Super easy when you use this impact socket. Just tap it into place lightly. Here's the driver's side. Alright, so these are the axles that came with this swap that I'm going to be using. So this is the passenger side. I'm going to go ahead and feed this guy on in there. Alright, so the axles can be a little stupid. Pretty much, we looked up the Eric the Car Guy videos, and he's saying there's a little clip on the end of these things where you can move. You see that little clip? You can just move that around to get a different position and try to put it back up in the trans. And then, pretty much, he said wiggle it, and we just pop, pop, and it pops right into the transmission. It can be difficult, and we're sitting there for a minute like, why isn't this going? We're moving it, but you pretty much just
You gotta force it.
You gotta force that thing in. But so here we are. You can see the passenger side is all connected up to the trans, and then I'm gonna go ahead and feed this end through. There we go. And then we can button this all back up.
Thread that bolt, son.
There we go. Goodness. But
to get back out there, you know, you had such a hard time after a couple laps.
Right. All right, so we got everything buttoned back up. Here are the axle nuts, old, new. We're gonna be putting the new one back on here in place of that old busted guy. So much nicer. So that's the axles done on both sides. Next, we're going to be tackling these fuel injectors, putting those tiny little O-rings on. And that's what prevented us from starting the car in the last episode. All right, so tiny little Honda O-ring, $349 each from Honda. Come on, guys. But so anyway, here it is, and we just slip this right over the top. All right, so here's the injectors with the new O-rings, and my friend Josh from Effect Apparel, who I do the designs for, mentioned go ahead and put a little bit of oil just around the O-ring so that it's gonna seat in there. Get a nice snug connection. And oh yeah, that's solid. Last time these injectors just fell right out, and you see this right here, it's not going nowhere. That's a good strong connection now. spark plugs in. I want to thank RHD Performance for sending these to me. If y'all log into rhdperformance.co.uk, we're actually running a special this month with hard race products. You enter the code RACEHARD and you get a percentage off your entire order of hard race products. Okay, you guys, I think we're there. Everything is bolted up, fuel lines connected, everything is ready, fluids are in, oil, trans fluid, coolant. We're gonna try to start this thing. Got the key, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in position 2. We're gonna listen for any leaks. Okay, so that was good so far. We did not hear any leaks or anything. We heard the pump working, the fuel was coming through. So I guess just start it now. All right, you guys. So this sucks, man. Yeah, the engine starts, but there is a major problem. And essentially it comes down to the engine has rod knock. I am not familiar with that. I've never experienced it before. You heard it. I turned it on. It sounded weird as hell. Trav and I both were like, what is this? We ended up looking online, seeing like another video, like what are common sounds, and like obviously I knew a rod knock. I've heard of rod knock before. I talked to my friend Juan and Dusan. They were wondering like maybe it's something in the head, could it be in the block? We looked up a video that is of rod knock, and it sounds exactly like what we just heard. You guys tell me, who knows out there. So yeah, it sucks, man. It really sucks. This is definitely one of those times where it's hard to be like, woohoo, about the project, We just did all that work, man. How long has it been, And just putting it all back together, and I only work on it on the weekends, so that's why these videos take so long, but still, that was a lot of work, man. And with Dusan and Trav and Juan helping me out. Like, I seriously appreciate those guys. And for all this to come to this, it sucks, dude. It really sucks. You know, I hate to end this video on being a bummer. And, you know, bear with me here for a second, okay? I know not everyone likes hearing the talk, but, you know, I'm bummed out about it. How else can I react to that? It freaking sucks. We did all this work, and here it is. It's got rod knock. So let's start from the beginning. I bought this engine off of a dude off Craigslist. That, unfortunately, was my first mistake, and I didn't realize that. I've never done this before, and so I went and got it. I learned up a couple tricks, you know, to try when buying an engine that's already out of a car. You know, I spun the crank and everything spun just fine. I sat there and spun this thing for probably like 5 or 10 minutes, and this guy was like, it spins, dude, I promise. So I'm like, okay, you know, I just need to check it, and it spun fine. Everything spun fine. There was compression because it kept popping up the spark plug wires. I don't know, it just seemed good, so that's why I got it. But, you know, here's where it comes into where I guess maybe it depends on the region you live in. I'm in Florida. Hondas are a big thing down here, but unfortunately there's a lot of jerks and a lot of kind of, I don't know, shady stuff going on, man. Essentially, my friend Dusan said the same exact thing. He's like, Robbie, I've been burned the same way before, man. And he ended up getting an engine that had a similar problem. And it was just off of some dude selling it who's saying it's fine. You know, I don't know how you can look someone in the eye and tell them that it's working fine and accept their money and then just that's that. You know, it's, I don't know, man. I could never do that. And I damn sure will not be selling this engine on, you know. If anything, I would say it has rod knock and it's for parts or something like that, you know. But so anyway, there are many different routes we can go with this. I am sincerely bummed out right now. Like, it sucks. But, you know, I already talked to Juan, Dusan, and Trav, and, you know, I want to thank those guys for their encouragement and being like, you know, damn, this really sucks, but, you know, don't worry about it, dude. We'll get you out there. And I know those guys are going to help me. Like, I know they are. And, you know, if you're watching, you guys, thank you so much because I appreciate it, man. I needed that kind of pick-me-up, you know, to get me like, okay, we can do this again. But so anyway, I have some different ideas of what's going to happen next. I'll do another video kind of recapping that and explain to you what my thoughts are more in depth. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm sorry to end this right now on this, you guys. But yeah, I don't know what to say, man. It freaking sucks at the moment. There that thing is sitting in there. All the parts are here, so that's a good thing. It's just the long block, you know. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. So there's going to be another video to come here, and I'll talk more of like what the plans and stuff are going to be. So sorry this one's ending like this, you guys. Believe me, I didn't want it. But here we are, and we're going to pick ourselves back up, and we'll move on. So thank you all so much for watching. Talk to you in the comments.